What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel, and today we are here for years 1 and 2 of the hardest rebuild in Madden 23. If you missed episode 1, go check that one out. That really shows everything that this series is going on. It shows the draft and how we got to this point. But if you missed that, what we are doing is the hardest rebuild in Madden 23. We started with literally the worst players in every single position. We took that into an offseason where the only way we could improve this squad was drafting undrafted free agent quality players. And this is a team that we ended up with. We kind of broke down the players in detail in the last episode. I don't want to go too much into that, but I want to highlight what we're going to see here today as we do years 1 and 2 of the rebuild. Outside of the fact that we got Noble, hidden dev running back, reminds us of Nick Chubb. Chamberlain, hidden dev wide receiver, which was the fastest player in the draft class, 97 speed, 96 acceleration. We have Middleton at tight end, who is a blocking tight end. We're going to develop him as a receiver, but bringing a 74 overall rating right away is simply ridiculous for a UDFA player. Defensively, a couple carryovers from the worst team that existed, Jeremiah Moon and Cole Luke at safety. But we kind of have a defense. I'm not too sure how well this defense is going to be. What we do know is Jaden Church. We got a UDFA safety that had 99 hit power. Second coming of Sean Taylor, maybe? I mean, he's not as freaky athletic as Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor would have like 92, 93 speed. But I'm excited to see Jaden Church get on the field. We kind of ended the last episode of like, do I convert him to linebacker? Do we keep him at safety? And I kind of actually feel like the middle ground here is making him our sub linebacker. I'm very excited to get my hands on and utilize him on the defensive side of the ball. But the big question that we need to answer right away early in this series, year 1 through the preseason, is who is going to be our starting quarterback. We have the calm, cool Mark Harris at a TCU, 89 throw power, so not brutal, but you can see the accuracy is pretty good. 80 short accuracy, 84 throw on the run, 75 deep, 73 mid. And, you know, he's not a brutal athlete. So, like, there's a time and place for him. Or the man with the howitzer, Sheldon Hargrave, gigantic quarterback. I think his rating will look a lot better if he didn't have a terrible 49 awareness, but 97 throw power. You cannot teach that. So what we're going to do here ahead of our 3 preseason games, I'm going to give them equal playing time. We're going to give Harris the first game, we're going to give Hargrave the second game, and then in the third and final preseason game, they're each going to get a half. And when all is said and done, going into week 1, we are going to have our starting quarterback. So the first game went to Mark Harris. He was the quarterback selected in the first round. And you can tell when things were going right, when it was blocked up right, he could get the ball out on time, he threw a good football, he was accurate. But you would notice anytime something broke down, pressure in his face, I mean, almost any quarterback would struggle, but he struggled a little bit more so than we found in our second game. Had a chance here to deep ball. The Olympian Devin Allen couldn't come down with it. And you'll see as we go through these highlights, a guy that stood out to us while we're trying to figure out the quarterbacks was 84. Del Cooper caught everything, was constantly getting open. I think we might get a player there. But back to Mark Harris. There was, forcing it. Anytime you know there's a quarterback battle, especially in a battle of UDFAs, you're going to be forcing things. You're going to be trying to make plays, trying to put up the most impressive highlight reel that you can. And maybe you fell victim to that a couple times here today. But generally speaking, it was like, you got to hit that one. You got to be able to find a way to complete that pass. Throws it into a double coverage tight window there to 84. Who else? And luckily, we were able to get a touchdown on the board to end the game. But generally speaking, was a lot of up and down for Mark Harris. And I give him a C+ here in game 1. Hargrave got the second game against the Raiders. And there was just like catching animations he was throwing into windows that we weren't seeing in game 1. Now, like right there, that should have been a pick. I feel like the 97 throw power got it there. He had a quick release. Chemistry was there with his players. And look at this right here. Even though it's a negative play, he broke his sack. Didn't see that in Harris's, in his bag, in his duffel bag of tricks. There's another game too. Del Cooper in the slot made some plays. But right there, a little bit of a garbage pick, but much like Harris did in week 1, trying to force anything you can to try to get that edge in the battle. Nice little check off, screen pass, touchdown right there. Wasn't a great pass. I do feel like just some of these things that look like they shouldn't be getting caught. It has something to do with his 97 throw power. Backup tight end, making a couple plays for us. Also was able to get his team in the end zone. Noble, the power back, punches that one in as we gain the lead here. Look at this, scrambling to the outside. Looking at Wiley, the receiving back, bombs it downfield. Great catch, probably play of the preseason right there for Hargrave. And, well, again, there was some forced passes that you would have liked back. Maybe some inaccuracies because he still is a 61 overall quarterback. I was very impressed with his game. I'm giving him, it's in the B plus A minus category for this victory against the Raiders. Now, we're each giving them a little bit of time in the final preseason game against the Titans. I'll just say this, Titans were dominating our offensive line. Harris didn't have a whole lot of opportunities, was constantly digging himself out the grass. But that was a great throw right there. Good timing throw to 14. Able to get a little bit of a slant, easy touchdown, but a touchdown on the board nonetheless. Hargrave's time, you just saw, again, tight throw. Probably should have been a pass breakup. Is that the 97 throw power? Is that why that catch was completed? Dropping back here, forces it into basically almost triple coverage, but a tight window throw nonetheless. And then just really shouldn't have thrown it there. That one is completely on me. Could have had a better play call, audible to a run. It was just more so. Let's see what our quarterback can do in this situation. So I'm not going to be overly harsh on that interception, but in the final preseason game, I would say honestly Harris had a little bit better of a game, but it was still pretty close. After 8 hours of going through film, I have made the decision that we are going to start with the Howitzer Hargrave as our starting quarterback. The reasoning is, I mean, kind of close, judging just off the preseason, but for someone like Harris, I felt like when things were blocked well, when everything was going right, it was great. But when things kind of broke down, when other teams were able to get pressure, he just was missing that little bit of, like, X factor, if you will, to get some different throws, to get some different looks. I feel like Hargrave with the 97 throw power, we were getting different passes off. He was able to break tackles, break sacks. So I just think given the context of this team, we get a little more out of Hargrave, but it's more so he's the starter to start the year versus me outright calling him our quarterback one, because things could get ugly and maybe we'd have to look at the cool hand, the calm, cool collectiveness of Harris at quarterback. But Hargrave is going to get the start here, year one. So now we are on to week one against the New York Giants. This is actually the only thing I have no idea how I want to record it, how I want to present the play the moment sim quite yet. This is something that will be refined, something I definitely want feedback on. If I'm doing it a different way or there's a way that could be better, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, let's hop in, play the sim here against the Giants. Then we get a couple games we're going to sim on the horizon there. Broncos, Seattle, Patriots, etc. But it all starts week one against the Giants. All right, let's go. So yeah, I don't know, like, do I just play every moment? Do I just play offense? Do I just play defense? We'll just play the moment. I mean, we could take some inspiration from Pink Slips where you flip a coin and play offense some games, just defense some games with the sim. I don't know. By all means, let me know in the comments. This is the only thing that I'm not sure about for this new rebuild series. But for today, episode, years 1 and 2, when we sim, we'll just straight up just play the moments. Play a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, and we're starting with the offense. Oh, okay. I just broke as many tackles as we've seen Christian McCaffrey in the whole Panther series on one run. Let's go, big boy. 6'6", 340 running at you. We got Cooper in the slot. He's a guy from the preseason. Was wide receiver 4 or 5. You got to start. This guy catches everything. A little bit late still. Again, I feel like that 97 throw power kind of throws accuracy out the window. He just gets it there. Look at this, man. I know the Giants, I mean, honestly, the Giants aren't that bad, especially on the defensive side, but hell of an opening drive. Oh, man, great blocking. Got a little wily. Got to be like our Darren Sproles type player. 3rd and 1. Now, what I did do on Noble, I think it was just Noble and Church. I wanted to deck him. I got rid of the gloves. I wanted Noble. Power back. Power backs don't wear gloves, man. We go to Middleton here. Hit a depth tight end. And we got a touchdown on the opening drive. I want to, my guys have a little bit of identity. I made Noble and Church kind of look kind of old school. And they're bringing that right here, man. What a drive. Boom. How many tackles? 2 broken tackles? Get out of here. Let's go. Turnover. Red zone alert. Oh, man, I got to sim that quicker so I can see what that fucking turnover was. Second and goal. Let's try to do this again. We got Chamberlain, 97 speed. See if we can get this one out quickly to him. Or we can go with the backfield. Noble, the power back. Almost breaks the tackle. Kind of a panic. But you know what? Actually going backwards, giving us more room to work in front of us, might not be the worst thing. Oh, fuck. That was shit. That was just a not good pass at all. I mean, slants in the red zone too. That you're playing with fire on that one. You are absolutely playing with fire on that one. Fuck. But that also got away from him. B, who he threw it to, Young, had inside. We just threw it behind him. All right. Giants go down the field and score. We have an opportunity now. Man, this is like play the most, right? We can go on defense as well. Not at one point during that drive wanted to put us in. Well, at least back here in the red zone, have a chance to make up for that interception. Power back, cross the middle, got some hand. Might not have the gloves anymore, but you can still catch the football. A little bit of it's going to be a hold. Woo! Back to him. We had to show great resistance. It was 2 slant plays in this play. I don't want to get burned by slants again. 3rd and goal. Got to try to make a little bit of amends here from a previous interception. And, taking the point's not the worst thing. And we're playing on all Madden. I honestly thought we were playing on all pro. I guess we're playing all Madden. Okay. I'll double check that, though. My plan was just to play this on all pro, but just judging by that kick meter, I think we're all in all Madden. Finally going to play a little bit of defense. I think the clock running again. So we got Church. That's the guy that we want to try to use here. Let's see it. Man, really needed anybody to get home there. Carson Wentz under center for the Giants. Oh, too easy. I love that tackle after the whistle, though, from Cox. I love it. Sets the tone. For Canary's Tony's not even there anymore. Yeah. When you have a really bad team, you just really notice it when there's, like, a really good player. Like, there was just a bunch of average players in the Giants. I think we'd be fine. But it's like, all right, Saquon is just, no one wants anything to do with that. Kind of a clean, we haven't had an opportunity to go on offense. Fuck this, man. Gotta go on offense for once. 4th and 8. I'll tell you what right now, though. I think we were too lofty in saying I want 8 games. I think it's probably more reasonable, at least here in the first episode. This is already going to get a little long. I think we'll do 4. 4 of these where we play the moments. Like, do all the divisional games. Maybe both Dallas games. And turnover on downs on our 27. This game is likely over. That's about trying to get something nice. See if we can get like a highlight. Deep ball to our 97 speed wide receiver. Who's like literally just running with, I guarantee, not... Oh! Yeah, man, just fucking nothing went, is what it is, man. Very much felt like we are a team that was the worst team in the NFL last year on purpose, and we had a team full of UDFAs. Couple highlights. That first drive was good, and the wheels fell off. Another Dallas Cowboy matchup here in Week 5. 3 straight losses, kind of competitive against the Broncos. Got blown up by the Patriots. In all of these games as well, we've yet to get a sack or an interception. The best performance was here against Seattle, where Hargrave 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. We had 92 yards and a tutty for Dion. Young, Cooper 7 for 77. Chamberlain 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. But again, the big tale for me, looking at my team, breaking it down, no picks, no sacks. It's going to be very difficult to win any games. Kind of going along with that. Up next, we are going to be taking on, playing in some moments, against the also 0-4 Dallas Cowboys. At home, you know what? We got the bye week coming up. Maybe that could be when we just see if the other quarterback, Harris, has a better shot. I don't know. Right now, let's focus on trying to get a win against Dallas. Good blocking for Noble. Quick slant, audible. Milton gets popped, hangs onto the football into the Cowboys territory. 3rd and long. This is where we really, Chamberlain's our best guy. He's our go-to. Maybe Milton if we can get all the way back. But this is where you want to take a shot. Chamberlain, our speedster. Get a big-time play. Look, he's wide open. Got to make that throw. I go for the safe grab. He's about to get popped by Curse. Able to hold on to it. Here we go. No, man, Noble is a monster. He is an absolute monster. How is this team not putting up any points in the sim? Let's go, boys. Dallas gets a instant 2 touchdowns. All right, I swear to God, I wasn't trying to let them score there, even though it may have looked like that. And this game's honestly looking pretty donezo at this point. I mean, if we get a red zone opportunity, maybe hop in and try to get something good, we could. I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's Dallas in the sim. Dallas put up 91 points in the sim against this team last year, and the fact that we got that down to 52 is maybe some progress. Shout out to Noble for a sick rushing touchdown. But the bye week, still looking for our first win. I think we'd be doing a disservice, given the fact that it wasn't overly one-sided trying to decide who our quarterback is. Let's just, maybe Harris is the answer, right? Let's at least give him a couple games out of the bye. Also, we're very close on finding out the dev traits for Chamberlain, Noble, and Middleton. I did see a new dev trait on the defensive side of the ball. Holy shit! 99 hit power. Jada Church is a superstar dev. Like, that's what he was. It wasn't like he got defensive player of the week and went up a dev trait anywhere. He was just a guy that popped with 99 hit power, hidden dev trait, and boy, oh boy, oh boy. Once we get to, I mean, it's gonna take a minute to get to that 75 overall. We got a guy here, man. Holy shit. First game for Harris ends up being, I guess in the realm of competitiveness, 28-13, but ahead of our Week 9 game against the Buffalo Bills, a breakout scenario on the defensive line. Stephen Henry, normal dev, looking to potentially bring it against the Buffalo Bills to get up to a star dev. I would say you don't ever want a defensive breakout scenario against the Buffalo Bills, but Henry hits, and that is as good as another hidden dev player. He is up to a star dev plus 20,000 XP. Get a massive 6 skill point upgrades. He's looking good, man. 76 pass rusher, star dev. On the other side, Jeremiah Moon, star dev, pass rusher. We got 83 power move, good athlete, 86 strength. Very good player, happy with his development. Out of our second Dallas Cowboy game, 4-game lose streak. Making the quarterback change. I mean, the one thing that you can kind of tell throughout these games, Harris protects the football. Not overly prolific at forcing it downfield, like 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Second game, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, under 200 yards. Against the Commanders, wasn't nearly as competitive, but it wasn't like he was turning the ball over. 256 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. However, that interception streak came to an end here against the Cardinals. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. But, I mean, maybe if you'll play different if we control them. So we have our second game against the Cowboys. We're going to hop in looking for our first win in 2 seasons against these 7-4 Cowboys. So ahead of this Dallas Cowboy game, we do have some dev traits. Still waiting on Noble's dev. We might actually unlock it against Dallas. But Chamberlain, our number 1 pick, comes out star dev. And he's progressing nicely along his rookie season. 74 deep threat. That's exactly what he needs to be. I shit you not. I did know this though. Somewhat anti, because clearly we're gonna have him be one of our focus train players. All of our hidden dev guys were. So really, the Church being a superstar was the only thing that was like shocking for me. But the fact that we got, I mean, Noble, we don't know what Noble's gonna be. It's it could be superstar. It's definitely not an X factor. But the fact that we had 4 hidden dev players, all UDFA, and 1 was a superstar. And Middleton here, yes, he's a blocking tight end, working on him every single time we get a skill point. It goes into possession to make him a little bit more of a receiver. X factor tight end. Goated. All right, against Dallas. See what we can do with the new quarterback. Got ourselves a 3rd and 5. Chamberlain getting a lot of space off the line there. Just, I mean, easy pitch and catch, honestly. Now, this is the quarterback that I think, it will excel in the slants. You got more accuracy, a little bit more poise. And look at that. Throws a dime, and Young brings it in. Opening drive touchdown for the Philadelphia Eagles. Great throw by Harris. Defense is up next. Gets a stop. Now we're going to come in 3rd and 5. Wow, this is like the first time we've had a somewhat competitive defensive rep. Actually, I want to try out the new pass rusher, Henry, the power rusher. Working on Tyler Smith. See what we can do. They go short of the sticks. Cox brings down CeeDee Lamb, and the defense gets a stop, which might be the most impressive thing we've done so far. Sirianni on the field playing defense himself. Pumped that the D got off the field. All right, no offense, of course. Dallas goes down and scores. At least we have an opportunity here in the red zone to get more points. Can we go to our X Factor tight end, potentially? Noble at the backfield. That's a tight window, and he catches it. Noble, he's not a receiving back. He's like literally like a 49 receiving back. What a grab. Dual threat. He's a dual threat. Harris does it himself. Defense, give me a stop. Gotta come in here. God damn it, man. Fucking slants. Run something else. Go to your X Factor. When in doubt, go to your X Factor. Whew. Very inaccurate. Time out. That looks good. And don't blink now. The Eagles have a lead at halftime over the Dallas Cowboys. That's Henry. God damn right, that's Henry. Gets the sack on Dak. Forces the punt. Just go to Cooper. Cooper and Harris had a great connection in the preseason. I'm not surprised. 3rd and 8 chance here. Get first down, if not a touchdown. Oh, that's a guy that's caught everything. Take the points. 3rd and 6. I'll try to get this to Chamberlain. Throw it in behind the linebackers, able to hold on. And we start the 4th quarter on the Cowboys 13. Well, it's a Noble. How's it? I'll tell you right now, how's this guy not better in the sim? He's been amazing anytime we've used him. Great vision. Great power. And we're going to punch this one in. I would love to be actually out of the eye on this one, but gets blocked up very well, and you can't stop him, man. He's a ball of knives when he gets the football. Touchdown, Birds. Extends the lead. It's going to stop out of our defense here. Dallas actually scores kind of quickly. Give our defense another chance. Oh, we should have came in there. 28-28. 2 minutes to go to try and win it. Ooh, right, almost in the field goal range on that one throw. So I think they're going to try to ice us here as we try to kick the game-winning field goal. It's fine. All right, now, kicker. If he makes this, we'll sign him a contract extension right after this game. They don't. Oh, they do ice us. That was about to be a perfect kick. Okay, pressure is on. Power is good. Actually feels pretty good. It is up. And he got himself a contract. The Eagles have their first victory in 2 years. And you couldn't ask for it to happen against a better team. Philly 31, Cowboys 28. Taking a look at the Eagles. 265 and a touchdown for Harris. He was accurate. 83 yards and a touchdown for Noble. Harris also had the QB keeper. 86 yards and a tutty for Deion Young. Not a ridiculous stat line, but those were 4 very important catches for Noble throughout that game. Defensively, 13 tackles for the corner Rudolph. We got a sack TFL for Henry. We got an interception for the linebacker Yancey. Great kick to win it. Finally, the Eagles are on the board in the win column. That victory, Harris got himself a skill point. I think we got our quarterback. Still very much feels like when I gave Hargrave the starting spot at preseason. It's not like he's firmly our quarterback, but he's playing well right now. He felt pretty good. 2 break sack, deep accuracy, mid accuracy, short accuracy. Great upgrades for Harris. Looking to build off this win over Dallas. Told you, I'd give him a contract right after it. Tommy Washington signed on the dotted line. Deion Young also had a really good game. So let's give him a decent contract. 3 years, get him locked and loaded. I do think Jeremiah Moon, who's playing on like a $17 million tag, we want to give him a little bit, of an insane amount of money. So, wow, Moon just, do we franchise tag him again? Like, I have almost a limit. It's almost like we're not playing with a salary cap. That's how much salary cap we have. And we just really don't want, that's the only guy that for sure I want to bring back in Jeremiah Moon. We're coming back with an even better offer for Jeremiah Moon. And we get him to sign on the dotted line. That's really the last piece of business as it relates to extensions. Let's close out the rest of the regular season. Fortunately, after that Cowboys game, not much sparked for the team as we are back on a losing streak. I mean, the Rams was kind of close. Niners, we got 21 points. But it all kind of rounds up here. Week 18 against the Giants. Our final opportunity to try to get something going on both sides of the ball. Get our second victory of the season against, honestly, a Giants team that's pretty damn good. 85 defense, 83 overall. It's going to be tough, but we can beat Dallas, who's leading the NFC East. We can also beat the Giants to close the year out. Go Cooper. 84, man. That's our go-to guy. Chamberlain got the speed. He was the first overall pick. But Cooper's a guy that's just consistently open for us. Chance here, 3rd and 8. Not a lot going, man. Line of scrimmage. You just feel it, man. You feel it when your team's just completely overmatched. And there you go. Gets jumped. Trying to go to our superstar tight end. Would love to see Harris make a tackle here on Adoree Jackson. Just way too much speed. That's going to be the hardest thing, man. It's going to take us a very, very long time to build up a decent offensive line. Like, it might be, we might go this whole 10 years without having an offensive lineman that's like over an 80 overall. Let's see, yeah, I know. 3rd down. You got a 3rd and 9 here. See if our whole line can hold up. Like, it's like if you blitz me, you know. Don't, like, even then, man, I hit right bumper like as soon as you can hit him. No chance. Just kind of got warped into a sack. It's feeling, I don't know. See what happens. You know, I will say this, though. It does feel like the guys that we got with dev traits, they're very good. They're going to be core players we can build on. Like, Noble's a beast every time we give him the football. Terrible. 4 down, let me go for this. 4 down territory. What's the worst that can happen, right? Turnover. Like, we're going nowheres fast. Can we get a play that gets the fans out of their seats? We can. What a catch, Cooper. What a throw from Harris. That's Young, sorry. Dion Young, 14. Some say Kenny Gainwell. And they just get the instant touchdown there. Take all the air out of the building. Hey, nice little touchdown for the scat back, Wiley. Probably too little, too late in this matchup, but you never know. Noble just breaks so many tackles. Hidden stat running back for sure. Couldn't get the first down there. 4th and 1. We'll go Noble right across the middle. Again, like, I think he has like 62 catching. Catches everything. Come on. Again, comes down to the O-line, man. You need time to let that play develop. And time is something our offensive line does not give. Well, year 1 was kind of progress. We got 1 victory. So I guess that means year 10 we'll get 10 victories and maybe have a chance at going on a playoff run. Take a look at our stats here. Yeah. I mean, still trying to figure out the quarterback spot. Saw more bad than good anyways when we were on the sticks with Mark Harris. Running the ball, 747 yards, 5 touchdowns for Noble. Very good, very fun. Wiley as a receiving back. He's dynamic. He's dangerous at the backfield. He's one of those like weird guys though. Look at his archetypes. 6'6" receiving back. Like literally terrible at everything else. So he's pretty much just like a wide receiver. 77 catches, 900 yards, 3 touchdowns for our X-Factor tight end. 890 and 6 for Dion Young. 705 for the speedster Chamberlain. Cooper had 662 and 2. Honestly, given like the limitations of our offense, those are all respectable numbers for our featured weapons. Defensively, 150 tackles for Jaden Church. Buck 28, 2 picks for Yancey. We got 6 sacks on 18 TFLs for Henry, who went up dev trait. 8 TFLs, 3.5 sacks for Moon. 12 TFLs for Harrison. And on the interception front, just, you know, didn't get enough. Didn't get enough. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. And in the NFC, really? Couldn't give me any guy that could get a dev trait? Brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. Missing out Fuck me. Closing as we clean out our lockers here in year 1 of the rebuild. No dev traits on the offense, up or down. Noble star dev, Chamberlain star dev, and Middleton as our X factor. We gotta, we're gonna have to spend and get the X factor enabled here on our coaching tree. Defensive side of the ball. Henry got this dev trait. Moon had his dev trait. Yancey, outside linebacker, led the team with 2 interceptions, goes from known to a star. And Church goes to an X. How? What did he do at NFL? He was the tackle leader. Okay. Skip all that boring free agency stuff. We get right to the draft. Kind of have our short list here. Went through it. Spent a nice about half hour trying to comb through all the combine information. I feel like not as many yes, that has to be a draftable player in this draft class. A couple guys I like Tucker a lot. I think there's gonna be some great linebackers. Purnell out of Minnesota I think he might have to be our first pick. But there's no one that has freaky combine stats. Luckily, we did spend a lot of time on corners. So we have a couple guys that actually are probably going to day 3. So they'll be high 60s. We got Storm Douglas, who we'll grab. Alford, we got Barker, all potentially there. And I think secondary is a room for where we could get a big improvement for. But we also don't have as many draft picks as we have. We pretty much have a normal slate. We got 7 picks. So we have to make sure all these guys are hits. So we will start here in the first round. And we're going to take a look at Steven Purnell out of Minnesota. A pursuit, A tackle. Pretty much drafting him off of that. Not so much off the combine. And he pops no dev. We'll grab one of the day 3 corners. We'll start with Sheldon. I'm going to try to probably get all 3 of them. And Barker. No dev as well. Hopefully a decent rating. Okay, the second round, let's go Bryce Tucker out of Ohio State. I'm intrigued by that B power move, A tackle at defensive end. No dev. Ooh, we got a dev. 4th round, Tommy Mann out of where? The University of Florida, outside linebacker. Terrific athlete, 91 acceleration, 85 speed. Let's go. Needed at least one. In the 7th round, out of nowhere, John Maynard. Speed at wide receiver. And he pops with a hidden dev, giving us 2 for the draft class. 93 speed, 93 acceleration out of Ohio State. And taking a look at our draft recap. So we had 4 hidden devs last year. Only got 2 this year. But look at the ratings. All 60s. Maynard at the end, 7th round. Maybe the best of the bunch. 70 with the hidden dev. We got Frank Green, 69 linebacker. Storm Douglas, 65 corner. Mann, 68 hidden dev, outside linebacker. Alford, which we had scouted day 3 talent. He's a 67. Barker, we had scouted day 3 talent, 66. We got Tucker at defense end. Great stats, 68 overall, which is good depth. Especially because it, seems like Moon wants to leave every other freaking day. And then we got Purnell, 68 linebacker. So we pretty much retooled our linebacking core, which is solid. We added some depth. We rebuilt the secondary a little bit, got some nice bodies in there, and another wide receiver looking to make a big time impact. A couple nice UDFAs will sign to the roster as well. Fullback lives matter. We got Michael Whalen, who will be a 70 fullback, just to see if he can have a shot at cracking the roster. Garrett Farmer out of Indiana, 94 speed, 95 acceleration. He's a 70 overall. That's an easy signing. And going into year 2, kind of working our way through the preseason here, getting to the regular season. Stephen Henry, who popped with a dev trait scenario last year and got it, is also our breakout candidate from camp. So we're going to give him a nice little pass rush boost here, +3 power and finesse move for a guy that might have a chance to just become one of the best pass rushers in the league, just given the fact of how good he's got so quickly in his first year and a half in the league. Year 2 for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we got a great divisional game to kind of kick this season off. We'll play this one here against the Commanders, but here's a look at our squad after 2 drafts of UDFAs. Kind of where it stands on the offense. Able to add in Maynard, hidden dev wide receiver. We're going to find a way to get him on the field. Likely, we're going to start with him in the slot position. But not a whole... it wasn't a crazy draft. It wasn't like the first year's draft. That's kind of the roll of the dice, man. Not every draft is going to have fucking superstar and superstar X Factors in the UDFAs. I honestly think for the context of this series, you couldn't have asked for a better UDFA class than we had year 1. I think year 2 is going to be more in line with what we're going to see. But still, we got our hidden dev wide receiver. And on the defensive side, we got a hidden dev linebacker here in Mann. I moved Yancey from outside into middle linebacker. So we'll have Beverly, Yancey, and Mann. But still a lot of Church our superstar, who's going to be our starting sub linebacker. Henry continues to dominate. He's up to an 80 overall. I like to see Moon take another step. But something we didn't really, I didn't surprise. I must have missed it. Carruthers hit dev trait last season. We have a star dev corner. He got it at the end of the year. Didn't know it. We'll take it. Especially for the secondary, man. Corners, we need more interceptions. We had very little as far as turnovers on the defense, but especially in the secondary. So hopefully Carruthers here continue to take his game to another level. So we'll go with Maynard in the slot. We'll have Henry and Moon coming off the edge. We'll have Church and Yancey as our sub linebackers. I mean, you could almost make an argument. It's like, well, let's have, Yancey be our sub linebacker. So maybe he gets a lot of tackles and can go up dev trait like Church did. But I almost think at this point, it's like, let's make sure Church maintains and doesn't lose that X factor for the defense. So optimism. We had one win last year. We're still, against it, man. 71 offense, 68 defense, 69 overall. We'll still, we'll set our goal as the lowest you can get, which is 4 wins. But what would it mean to this team if we could start year 2 with a road victory against the Commanders? Let's get it. On the road. Hopefully the stadium doesn't implode. Let's get some points on the opening drive. Quick throw to Maynard, gets the first down. Let's go no huddle. Hit only with a little bit of gas here as Chase Young unblocked destroys our quarterback. Oh, that's a pick. Man, like all it takes is like one of those, like Chase Young unblocked. Like literally it's just like as soon as Chase Young gets close to me, I gotta fire it off. Slay, pick 6. Not how you want to start up the second season, man. God damn it. Whoa, 2 picks. Come on, Harris. I only got one of those. We'll go read off to see if we can punch it in with the scat back. Riley gets blocked up fairly well. And the Eagles are on the board. Before this game was getting like borderline out of hand, at least a touchdown there gives us a little bit of juice, a little bit of momentum. But Commanders able to extend their lead. And now we have an opportunity, 2-minute dribble, a minute left to get some points before half. Okay. The rookie, Maynard, big catch. 59 yards. We got 8 win. 59 yards for the undrafted. Ooh. Might be a shank, but it's also pretty damn good. 59 yards. We'll take the 3. All right, going to the second half. Hell of a drive so far. We had to come in the red zone drive. We had Chamberlain. Not enough time. We had him touchdown. That was touchdown city. Absolutely. I mean, 4-down territory here. Easiest 4th down. Like, you got to go for it. Field goal does nothing, especially after defense gets a stop. 4th and 3. We go across the middle to our X Factor tight end. He's not dropping that. Drive continues. All right, 3rd and 10. 4-down territory, I think it's fair to say. It's one of them. It's one of them, huh? One of those ones. It's one of those ones where, like, impossible. Okay. I mean, we threw it right at him, but I've seen just as many of those ones where the guy doesn't even jump and it's a quick completion. But, yeah, you just got to look back on the highlights. Just fucking couldn't throw it any more to him. God damn it. Can I get some respect for doing this on fucking All Madden? Could just do it on All Pro and get a bunch of wins, but I don't clickbait. Hardest rebuild? Obviously, we got to do it on All Madden. All right, 4th and 16. I mean, we got to watch Chamberlain. You got 97 speed. Can you win off press? No time to even let it develop. Not even Aaron Rodgers can throw that much anticipation. I'm going to throw it just 2 seconds. Hopefully you get there because that's as much time my offensive line is getting us. And year 2 starts out just as ugly as year 1. Not much we can hang our hat on here today. The good news, continued breakout for Henry. Luckily, we're so bad on offense that technically our defense didn't give up a whole lot. So Henry gets another 10,000 XP. I was actually going to just sim to that Cowboy game, but we have another breakout scenario, which could be kind of cool to try to hit in-game. It's Randy Keys, our defensive tackle, looking at bring it against the G-Man, hold him less than 100 yards rushing, or get him interception, forced fumble, TFL, sack. Let's go get it. We're also continuing the camp standout with Henry. I don't know if like we get 2 in a row. Is this going to be dev trait territory? Or are we still just playing for more XP? Get 3+ sacks or TFLs with Henry to complete his breakout. So 2 big opportunities on the defensive side of the ball here. Week 2 against the Giants as we look for our first win of the season. Now, I do hope we get some, like, chance to... We don't really get to play a lot of defense when it's play the moments. Like, obviously, sometimes when the game's over, I get frustrated and don't play it, but through and for our team, we get stuff like this where it's like, moment detected, come play some defense. Just getting mauled. Again, there we go! Harrison, you know... There's 2 guys that I don't want to touch the football, and one of the 2 just got our sack. That's fine. Like, it's almost like maybe should I just not be the D lineman and let them do it naturally so it's not me sucking. As Saquon, it's 10 yards. Let's bring the blitz here. Yancey, keep him out. Bend, don't break. Hold him to a field goal. Shoot the right gap. Yeah, honestly, and it continues. I am the worst YouTuber at stopping fullback dives in the red zone. You run fullback dive, it's guaranteed touchdown. Looking to come in on offense. Get an opportunity here. 3rd down, late in the first. That's actually a great throw. Great catch by Young, one of our top receivers last season. We go Middleton. Makes the easy grab. Falls forward because he's a hoss. 1st and goal on the 3. Could be Noble time to punch this one in. Wow, he's awesome. Awesome. Touchdown, Noble. Power back. Like, I'm almost like, should I just give this guy a neck roll at this point? Come on, defense. Give me a stop. They do. Offense, 3 and out. Gonna come back in on defense. And that also way too easy. Kadarius Toney on the slant. Tua is pretty proficient in the slants. All right, 2nd half. 3rd down. Let's go. All right. That's as well run of a screen pass as you're going to see. 56-yard field goal. That's about as perfect of a kick as you can get right down the middle. 3 points for the Eagles. And they go down and score. We punt. They go down, and at this point, it's pretty much over. 3rd and goal. Can we help him get a stop? Maybe a turnover. Let's go Henry. Hasn't been working for Keys. Maybe Henry going up against Evan Neal. Nope. I mean, Ben don't... They'll probably go for it again, honestly. Did we hold him to a field goal? We did. And we're coming back on the way too common of a play the scenario. Down big. Fuck it and chuck it. Why... Yeah. I don't know, man. It's going to get worse before it gets better. We need, like, can you get a couple of these X factors at tackle and guard and quarterback to slip through the cracks? Till we got a touchdown. Until we get that, man. I think it's the offensive line. I think we could operate with Harris, who's like a 66, 67 quarter, if we had, like, a decent offensive line. But it feels like in the other team with the CPU and all Madden wants to blitz, it's game over. We have no chance. Keys did nothing. Henry had a TFL and a sack, which is nice, but that wasn't exactly what we were looking for. I said played every Cowboys game, so we have this one, and whenever we play them again. Come on, man. Let's get a win. Let's get a win. It's going to be tough. Block that guy. Micah Parsons, please, O-line. So we're at home. Maybe we get a little extra juice playing at the link. Defense start. Hey, we get to start right away on defense. What just happened? You're telling me against everything that we have going wrong, the opening kickoff for Dallas, they got this far? Like our start, we start on our 19. It's god awful. 3rd and 3. We'll go Church. Get a lot of guys dropping back into coverage. Make sure we don't give them just a super easy pass. And that's exactly what we do. And yeah. I would love for me to play a little bit of defense and like be able to say something like, that's way too easy. It's been way too easy. Red zone. Let's go. Go Noble out the backfield. Kind of picking on Micah Parsons a little bit in coverage there. Move the chains. Oh, we go to the receiving back. Lined up in the slot. And we tie. I mean, this you figure almost a little bit of a revenge game. Dallas is the only team to lose to the Eagles in 2 years. They'd want to be pinning their ears back in and win. We're tied at 7. Oh, let's go. Dak sucks. Pick. It's Rudolph. He's been a starter here. Didn't get the dev trait like Carruthers, but he's been solid. Offense just fucking punts it away. What a waste. And, yeah. Great defense. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm already bored of playing defense, man. Give me something else. Give me something else to do. I mean, touchdown here. Game could be on. Could inspire defense. Could also just have Micah Parsons terrifying, giving our quarterbacks nightmare. 2nd and 10. Don't really want to be picking on Trayvon Diggs, so maybe look at Chamberlain. That's high. And the deflection is not... That's like one thing, though. I do need to say. The amount of times that, like, you do get those random... Like, it's bounced in the air, and, like, your guy has, like, negative catching is ridiculous. Like, give me a couple of those deflection catches. Oh, that's PI. Should be able to get... That's either going to be PI or roughing the pass. There's no way this is holding. There we go, PI. No, but what a... Like, so good! Deserves to be on a better O-line, honestly. Pull one back. Huh. Alright. 3rd and 6 in the red zone. Trying to just give us a chance. And no chance. And they just can't, you know what? Respect to them. Killed the whole game off. Ended our suffering. To kind of see this, how it sims out, we have Rashawn Rudolph. Got that interception. Chance to break out here against the Rams. Get up to a star dev. So obviously a loss. It's going to have to be on Rudolph individually to try to get it. Unfortunately, no dev for him. We're staring down the barrel of our final play of the moments. It's our 2nd game around the Dallas Cowboys, 8-2. At least we have a breakout to focus on. Just force feed them. Whoever this is going to be on the offense. I'm just going to... At this point, we're just trying to build dev traits, build a roster. Chamberlain on start, 3 touchdowns or 150 yards, rushing and receiving. How many slants can we run in our given opportunities on offense? We're about to find out. We'll need to give a shout out before we go into this game off of a defeat. Jalen Church, Defensive Player of the Week, 14 tackles and interception. Congrats to him. All right, we're going to try to win, but almost maybe more importantly, try and get Chamberlain, who's superstar dev at wide receiver. And I have zero interest playing defense here today. Waiting for an opportunity on offense. Okay. All right, we have 1st and goal on the 5. Chamberlain. All right, we got squiggly lines. Awesome. Didn't know Dallas had that. Considering they have one of, like, the worst home attendances. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that's, like, LA bad, but there's always... Either way, they shouldn't have this. Of course. We need to go to A. Nope. All right. Harris has 2 interceptions. Had nothing to do with that. I mean, I don't know. Do we go back to the other quarterback at this point? We got to try to force this into Chamberlain. This is going to be terrible. Most likely a pick. But he needs his touchdown. So let's see what we can do. We got 1. Got a long ways to go. Need 2 more. All right, 2-minute drill. Let's try to get another one. Honestly, not a bad ball for the speedster. I mean, needs to be said, getting a superstar at wide receiver would be massive. Absolutely worth selling this loss out to get that for Chamberlain. Ah, there's 2! There's 2! Oh, look, now they put Diggs on him. Awesome. Yeah, of course. Yeah, fuck you. Accurate ball. There's our touchdown that we need. All right. Well, at least we keep the football. Are you? Oh my God. A win! Sim win! What? Oh, the sympathy win. 34. Oh, wow. What happened? 255, 2 touchdowns for Harris. We got 52 yards, 2 touchdowns for Noble. Young had a touchdown. Middleton had a touchdown on defense. Cole Luke, 7 tackles. Half sack Keys and Henry had an interception for Church and Cameron Briscoe. Okay. That victory, we actually had a decent amount of staff points here, so I just funneled it all in to trying to do whatever we can to make our offensive line a little bit more, you know, offensive liney. At the close of the year, we did unfortunately get the shit kicked out of us by the Carolina Panthers, 54-7. We got a win. Didn't finish. And look, that's actually a respectable starting point to kind of end out first episode of the rebuild. We're up to a 74 overall. Look at our stats this season. Not trash tier. 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns. We finished with more tutties than interceptions. Noble, we already know, a lot better than those stats. Maynard, the rookie, hidden dev, came out star, fine. Great year for, might have a chance getting, as much as it's, you don't want to rely on it, we almost need to, because, if we get a good guy as one of our UDFAs, he's got to play. We always need these guys to be winning, offensive and defensive rookie of the year because of that almost guaranteed dev trade. So, Maynard put himself in a great spot to contend for offensive rookie of the year. 9-4 for Chamberlain, almost 9-5 for Young. Middleton with a solid season. Defensively, Yancey, 161 tackles. Jaden Church, 118, 4 TFLs. He had 3 interceptions. Yancey might have a chance with that. Those tackle numbers go up dev, especially if he's league leader in tackles. 7 sacks from Moon on 15 TFLs. 5 sacks on 16 TFLs for Keys. 4 sacks on 13 TFLs for Henry, who is up to an 83 overall. One of the better success stories for a UDFA. Church with his 3 picks leads the team. Would have, again, just got to work on that secondary, man. Corners aren't fallen UDFA range that have, crazy devs or anything like that. Josh Allen is the MVP in the NFC Cooper Cup. Aaron Donald, we got Grant. Maynard comes in at 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Crosby. And our closest one was Barker, our corner, at 8. So I don't think we're going to have any award winners. We do not. And if we can't do anything in the offseason, I guess we'll go see if we have any devs and get quickly into the next draft. As we close out the year, as it relates to the offense, Maynard was our hidden dev wide receiver, he-pop star. Still no regression. I could make an argument that Noble's not doing enough to keep the dev, but he has it. Defensively low is where it looks pretty damn good. Keys just earned his star dev from normal. Man was hidden dev. He's up to a star. And Yancey must have been the leading tackler in the NFL. He was. Our defense is on the field quite a bit. So at least with how bad our defense is, we've got rewarded in back-to-back years with nice, nice might be underselling it, massive dev traits. Last year to, obviously Church got his X Factor. This year to Yancey, it's slow, a little bit of a grindy process, but we're starting to get the pieces in place. Now, all eyes towards the draft. Give me some talented players. I think I got 1 or 2 that look pretty good. Let's see how it plays out. For our free agents, it's all about, at this point, what have you done for me lately? So the Olympian, Cole Luke, Peterman. Let's get a little bit younger at some of these spots. Right here, just before the draft starts, and I definitely like on paper this draft class more than last year's. We have Scotty Cousins, who looks like a clone of our other quarterback. Look at that, 2 Bs and an A for a UDF grade quarterback. There's a couple running backs that look nice. Gibson has the A pass block at center. Like right now, I'm debating making him our first pick just because how desperate we are for linemen. Got a couple nice guys on the defensive line. Max Scott and Sean Wakefield look like they're going to be players. So I think with our 7, I just have a feeling this draft will be better than last year's draft. So with pick 1-1, I just love the optics of a center going first. We're going to get Alex Gibson, Virginia. The combine highest in the bench. Looks outstanding. And it's just a benefit of a really, really weird center class. I was like, how is this guy? And there's literally 1 draftable center in this entire class. Glenn Watts could be solid, but the fact that when you take a look at Gibson, I'll take that A pass block. What is that going to be? 80 pass block? That's good enough for me. A center going 1-1. Alex Gibson, hidden dev. You can almost argue that. Like, of course, it's center. Maybe the least important position in Madden on the offensive side. Like, maybe we got to move him to guard or say fuck it and move him to tackle. I don't know, but that is what we needed. Let's grab this quarterback here in the second round. Scotty Cousins out of Boise State. I really do think throughout, we still got 8 more years. We're going to almost have to get a hidden dev quarterback. I just don't know how. I was just going to say, I don't know how many hidden dev UDFA quarterbacks. Like, there's got to be a couple, right, that gets thrown in the sim. But there we go. I mean, he really looks similar to the quarterback we already have. Literally, it's the same portrait. Looks very similar stats. 89 throw power. The other guy had 89 throw power, hairs. But we got the hidden dev. That is massive, Scotty Cousins. Around we don't need a running back per se, but if we, yeah, what's the easiest way to help an offense? Just say screw it and run the football out. We got an Alabama UDFA, Demetrius Palmer, a break tackle, got the double B's there, and the combine very good. 4.4 speed, absolutely no dev traits. But I will take a 230-pound running back with double 90 speed. That combined with Noble, that's good. No one's going to want to stop these guys. No one's going to want to see them on Sundays in the hole. And that's maybe, trying to bring that type of identity to our offense. All right, Max Scott is now on the clock for us. We got the A tackle. Don't have a whole lot of scouting done on him, but when the combine looks this good, you just hope and pray that it's something special. Maybe a chance at a dev trait. Max Scott, power rusher. No dev, but he's a great athlete. D-tackle Sean Wakefield, kind of going back to our very first draft. Guys with elite traits is what you want to look for. Well, he doesn't have elite strength. He was the first in the bench press at defensive tackle, a spot where we definitely could use a D-tackle too. He's just got his dev trait, and Wakefield, hidden dev. 320 pounds, 80 acceleration, 93 speed. That makes it, what, 3 hidden dev guys? I knew this draft was going to be better. Now we're going to go back to just, it's not going to be a scheme fit. We almost just want best player available. Niles Childers, UDFA linebacker, 6'4", 250, running third fastest 40-yard dash time. Broad jump, 3-cone, 20-yard shuttle. It ticks off almost every box you could hope for. And there is another hit. I wish he was more of a dev trait, but maybe we find a different spot for him. Could it be like a pass rusher potentially? I don't know. Vic, we'll just go on the offensive line. Needs to get better. Not D pass blocks, pretty terrible. At 6'6", 336, could probably kick him in the guard if he's solid. Timmy Godfrey, just an average pick. And what else has been an outstanding draft? As good of a draft as we could have hoped for. Excited, man. Let's take a look at this draft recap. What? How is there a 75 hidden dev? I almost say, how is there? This guy also looks like he's 40. But, Middleton, our first year drafting, was a 74 hidden dev tight, and he was X Factor. We got 75 scheme fit. Again, I don't know if it's going to be best course of action to kick him out to tackle. 6'4", 298. You could probably get away with that at right tackle. Maybe more value. His rating will probably take a little bit of a hit, potentially. But you can't have that guy be a UDFA. Cousins, 68. But he has the hidden dev at quarterback, which is immense for this team going forward. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. See if he's actually just a clone of 88 throw on the run, 77 deep, 72 mid, 80 short. Solid athlete as well. Look, I think we got our quarterback. You got to maximize. We got to jump all over that dev trait. Demetrius Palmer, no dev or anything like that, but 72 power back. That's a great 1-2 punch with Wiley still being our receiving threat. Max Scott, great athlete, no dev. He was probably the one out of all the guys I was most surprised didn't get a dev, because usually when you get a guy that's that athletic, like he was first in pretty much everything, they do pop with a dev trait, but nothing there. We're not going to be too greedy. Sean Wakefield did pop with a dev trait, the D tackle, 69 hidden dev. Likely will see the field as a rookie, which is solid. Got a long ways to go, though, to refine his skill set. Try to work him maybe more so as a power rusher. Childers at linebacker, 68 for him. Hidden dev. I think he's just going to develop him. Not really much of a pass rusher. So, find a way to get him on the field. And I think with him now, we would have 3 guys with dev traits in our linebacker core. Yancey, Mann, and he could probably be, maybe our left outside linebacker. And then we got Godfrey, 64 on the offensive line as depth. But we got 4 hidden dev players. One is a 75, one is a quarterback, and makes up for last year's draft. That was absolutely garbage. But just goes to show you, especially as it relates to just picking from the UDFA pool. Sometimes you're going to get like the best UDFA guy will be like mid-60s with a dev trade. Other times you get a fucking 75 overall. I feel like this is as good a point as any to cut in the video. We are done 2 years of a 10-year hardest rebuild in Madden 23. And we ended with a brand new quarterback. We ended with finding out we have an X Factor. We straight up got a UDFA X Factor and Superstar. Middleton and Church on the defense. I guess question to you guys is, should we just say screw it and maximize Gibson and move him right away to one of the tackle spots? Or do we just keep him at center and let him rock and roll there? I definitely want to get feedback on that one. On the defensive side, how it's kind of taking shape here. We'll have Mann be an outside linebacker. I think we'll move Childers to left outside linebacker. I mean, again, when you're picking with UDFAs, even though they might be a lower rating, you absolutely should just be trying everything in your possible to make it and maximize hidden dev players, because those are the guys that are gonna grow leaps and bounds for us. Church, absolutely filth. Wakefield will bump him up so that D-line will be all dev trait. Secondary outside of Church, I do think we're going to have to hopefully get a lucky roll of the dice here, either with a dev trait scenario, which Rudolph did have an opportunity last year to go up dev, or we're going to need one of these 75 hidden dev UDFAs to come into the secondary. But we're getting there, man. The squad is slowly being built, and it's absolutely outstanding that we got. I mean, I'll probably we'll change the portrait here a little bit for the next episode. I'll do it right now, because I don't know if I change. We'll go, oh, you made his dev something crazy. Let's make him look a little less 40 years old. So we'll keep him there. Let's get it. What guy looks like he'd be a fun quarterback to have, huh? This guy. Let's get Ben Roethlisberger. Kind of Ben Roethlisberger with oh yeah. Stick with the fact that this guy's not, how old is he supposed to be? Supposedly 23. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's not a mohawk. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on with that here. But whatever, man. That's our QB of the future. And as it relates for feedback, I just, it's to play the moments. You guys think we can do the play the moments better? You vibing with what we've been able to do here in today's episode? Continue to look for your guys' feedback. I can take it and apply it to the next episode of the hardest rebuild in Madden 23. But that will do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It's always your first time stopping by. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Would love to try and hit 1,000 likes on today's video to help out this little unique series that we're doing with the YouTube robots. And that will do it for me here today, guys. Until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out. Love ya. Have a good one.